value your own. And that we are all part of one human family. And that it really doesn't matter who you love. And that we're all part of one family. And so to my young men and women of color, don't give up. Don't ever give up. To the transgender community, don't give up. Keep the fight alive. Keep the fight alive. And let's end AIDS today and end it now. And let's join together politically and demand that our tax dollars be spent wisely and be spent on services to end this disease and to comfort those who are living with it each and every day. I stand with you on January 1 as your next public advocate, and I make a promise to you to raise my voice. The election was a left turn towards a more progressive agenda, an agenda which includes all of us at the table. And when we all sit at the table, we will demand that this administration put more dollars into programs for people living with HIV and for more funds for testing and for health care and for people who need services. I thank all of you for your support, but let's end AIDS now. Let's end AIDS now. Let's end AIDS now. When? Now. When? Now. When? Now. Thank you.
Thank you, Public Advocate-elect Letitia James. Please welcome to the stage Johnny Guailupo of Housing Works.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? All right. Today we are here to talk about the issues that are impacting us, whether we are HIV positive or infected or affected. We know how to end AIDS. We know that young men who have sex with men, the numbers are rising, they are not decreasing. Many young people do not even know their status. The young people that are most at risk are those that are homeless and engage in sexual behaviors for survival, for food, shelter, and drugs that may numb their lives. What could New York State do to end AIDS and to help this epidemic amongst our youth? Provide housing for young people living with HIV and AIDS, especially those between ages 17 to 25. That is a huge issue right now. Many people that are young living with HIV that are ages between 17 and 25 have a hard time trying to get housing, suitable, stable housing, and that must stop now. We need more evidence-based interventions. More outreach and testing should be targeted towards this population. Making sure that the youth are linked to care and making sure that their treatment received is confidential. We need to make sure that New York State keeps all information confidential. All of the insurance providers should keep information confidential. It is not right that one of my young kids that is living with their parents and has insurance under their parents comes back to me and tells me my mother found out that I am HIV positive because they found out through a letter that was sent from the insurance that explained to them the information that they received when they went to medical care. That should all be private and confidential. There should be more awareness and education around PEP and PrEP. Young people should know that PEP and PrEP is available. The numbers are not going down, but we have the tools to end it. Now is the time to end AIDS. We can end AIDS now. End AIDS now. End AIDS now. End AIDS now. Thank you.
End AIDS now.
Thank you, Johnny. Now please welcome the president and CAO of Boom Health, Jose Davila.
I'd be over there. Are you queer? I got chairs. And he's got pink earmuffs. Would you like me to stand over you?
Buenas tardes. No los oigo. Buenas tardes. Me voy a dirigir en español para aquellos compañeros de habla hispana que están con nosotros hoy aquí. Sencillamente les quiero decir que en este Día Internacional de Concientización del SIDA, me siento reinvigorado al ver esta multitud aquí tratando de terminar esta epidemia. Y les digo a mis compañeros de habla hispana, inmigrantes, que estas organizaciones que están representadas aquí hoy, tenemos un compromiso con todos ustedes. A pesar de que no tengan un pedazo de papel que diga que son residentes o son ciudadanos de este país, tienen el mismo derecho de cualquier otra persona para recibir el tratamiento, la vivienda y los servicios para que puedan vivir con esta epidemia y se curen. Ese compromiso lo tienen de nosotros porque todo el mundo tiene derecho, el mismo derecho de terminar con esta epidemia. Y mientras haya una sola persona que tenga esta epidemia y siga sufriendo de ella, esta epidemia no se acabará. El compromiso es con todos, para todos, y es de todos nosotros para ustedes. Buenas tardes.
Gracias, Jose. And our final speaker is Joey Lopez from the Ali Forney Center.
Wow, look at all these people. I love you guys. My name is Joey Lopez, and I'm an outreach specialist with a program called the Ali Forney Center. We work with LGBT young people between the ages of 16 and 25. Most of them are runaway homeless or street involved. A lot of them are on the street due to their sexual preference or their sexual gender identity. And a lot of them look for a place to stay or to go so that they can be themselves. So we have a drop-in program in Harlem that allows them to come in and get services and be who they are. But one of the biggest issues that they face is housing, especially the young people who are HIV positive. You know, my colleague Johnny talked about the young people he serves and them being HIV positive, but yet not being able to access housing because they're not sick enough to be eligible for HACA. That's a shame. These are young people that have no hope. They go to HRA and they go to the HACA center and they think they're gonna get accepted for housing and for rental assistance. And then they're told by a case manager, unfortunately, you don't have an AIDS diagnosis, so we can't help you. They have no hope. You know, I talked with a colleague of mine today about what should I talk about here today. You know, and he said we should talk about hope. We talked about love, but we should talk about hope. There's a hope in this city right now. There's a hope in this group right here in this section of Times Square, and I can feel it. For almost 20 years, we dealt with an administration that didn't want to help those who were HIV positive.
1%!
For about 20 years, we've been dealing with an administration that didn't want to do the right thing to help people stay HIV negative. And right now, we have a chance to turn the tide from those last 20 years with the new mayor-elect Bill de Blasio coming into office on January 1st. But like Charles and many other people said, it's about political will. It's about what are we going to do as advocates to put pressure on government to make sure that those promises that they made to us when they were running for office, right? You know those promises, the ones that they always tell us about, and then when they get into office, they turn their back on us. We're here to tell them today that we're not going to allow you to turn your back on us anymore. We're tired. We're tired and we're not going to take it anymore. So we'll be at City Hall. We'll be at the governor's office in Albany. We'll do what we have to do to make sure that you keep your promise.
Hey, Shirley.
Because I know standing here today, I can tell you, as a person living with HIV, I will continue to keep my promise. That I will continue to fight for those who don't have a voice. For those who don't have the ability to come up here and express themselves. To let them know that all they want is someone to tell them that it's going to be all right. Because that's all they want to hear. They want a little bit of hope. So before we leave here today, I want everyone to turn to the person next to them. I want you to give them a hug. I want you to tell them how much you appreciate them. And last but not least, I want you to tell them that you will keep the promise. That you will continue to fight no matter what. Until one day, like Charles said, we can meet back here in this section of Times Square at this time to celebrate the ending and eradication of HIV and AIDS. Thank you.
Thank you, Joey. So this concludes the World AIDS Day rally, but our work is not over to end AIDS. Our work is not over to advocate for more funding for prevention programs, testing, housing, food, medical care, mental health, and substance use services for all New Yorkers living with and affected by HIV and AIDS. So I want to thank the staff, clients, and volunteers of Housing Work, of CREA, ACT UP New York, Bailey House, Gay Men's Health Crisis, and all of our community partners. Give yourselves a hand for being here and remaining committed to ending AIDS. Thank you so much for being here. Let's keep working. We can do this together. Today is World AIDS Day, but let me tell you, every day is World AIDS Day. Thank you.
Everybody's ready to get off. Yeah.
this on my YouTube. Thanks.
That's it, really?